shut the fuck up and listen.
It's been a long month.
God, the plans are crap.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking bum you now.
Got a story for you about how I helped break up my best friend's relationship with his girlfriend. I know it looks like 2 desks in my old bedroom, but it's not. There's so much more.
Do we have to address this?
Address what?
The new room? We're in a new studio?
I mean, yeah, I guess so. It's exciting, isn't it?
Different.
We probably have to address it because we've probably got it really wrong with the echo.
Yeah, so if it sounds like dog shit, just give us a minute. We're figuring it out.
Yeah, teething problems, but don't worry about those.
Let us know. Or don't, actually. Do we want them to let us know?
I mean, I'll get offended, but also it would help. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's been a lot of work for the last 6 weeks of my life. And a lot of stress, and you can't see because I've got a fringe, but my hairline doesn't exist anymore. Do tell us if it is wrong, but also be nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, don't be a dick about it, because that'll upset me.
Yeah, but to be fair, I've had them go at me a couple of times, and I don't know if I trust them. I want to trust yous. I want it to be a trusting relationship, but
Relationship?
well, it's a relationship, isn't it? What's it called? Have you ever? It's called a parasocial relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
You're such a fucking virgin. Carry on.
I'm just intelligent, mate.
Yeah.
Deal with it. You know, I've read a few books. Carry on.
Yeah.
So parasocial relationship, it's like if you're a fan of like a podcast is the prime example. You kind of feel like you have a relationship with the people that you're listening to. You know, you're listening to it every week. You're interested in what they're saying, but you don't actually know them in person. And that's why it's called a parasocial relationship.
Right. It's funny because there's a lot of talk of like when... obviously, I'm into a lot of podcasts like with Flagrant Move Studios. Would they change? Would like the content change? Would they get too big for the boots and stuff? You're still a boring cunt. It's exciting.
That's my thing. Someone's got to lean into it.
Yeah. But yeah, new year, new studio. It's all very exciting. We're recording this a couple of days before New Year, but you're getting it on the 2nd. And yeah, this is the new headquarters, and it's definitely not my old bedroom. But don't worry about it.
Studio stop.
I've shagged wands of girls in here.
Oh my god, you have had sex in this room?
Yeah.
I've had loads of boys in this room as well.
Have you?
No, you have.
Oh, have I?
Yeah.
Right. When?
Cut an hair in there. And loads of fellas just walking in and out. As soon as they're done with you, the next one rolls in.
Cut that out. Haircut that out. We've started well. I need to stop tapping on the table. It's new. It's exciting. I know. Like, there's stuff going on. And
we always wanted a desk from the get-go when we started planning.
I regret that decision now.
Why?
I'm gonna hit it a lot.
Tap it and it's going to get dusty and fingerprint marks, but I don't give a fuck because I've got somewhere to put my Spread Negativity branded mug. Soon to be on sale. Get the advert in. What are those shopping channels? Do they still exist?
QVC and that.
QVC,
yeah.
But there's like the ones where you can go on with your...
But everyone's like, they're selling out at an alarming rate. They're not. You only had 9 available. You've got 4 left. It's not selling out.
I'll just sit here with like a headset on, pretending I'm getting calls in through the roadcaster.
We've got 64% left. Well, that's what they said, wasn't it? It's all that sort. Yeah.
Just pull out percentages out their ass. They're all gone. They're gone. But there's 5 more. If you're quick.
So you brought way too much energy for me. Yeah, new year, new studio. It's exciting. I'm not going to go on about it too much. It's just been, I've just wanted to kill myself a lot.
Yeah, it's hard not to, lad. You've put so much into this, whereas I have not. So
yeah, I'm glad you brought that up.
No, but you really have, man, and I get why you want to talk about it because you've done so much and you have literally worked yourself to the bone, and it's not going to stop. Going to carry on. Yeah,
it's going to get worse.
There's adjustments
it's going to get absolutely worse. Yeah. When we listen to this back and discover that actually it sounds like you're in a fucking wind tunnel.
No, I think it'll sound fine.
Yeah, have you got any New Year's resolutions? Obviously, New Year. How was your Christmas?
That's what I was going to say before we move on to New Year. How was Christmas for you?
Fine.
Just fine?
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah.
Oh, you dead excited? You're like a proper Christmas head. You were dead excited.
I told you though, like Christmas is done now. It was Aaron's Christmas.
Oh, so you on to the next one.
When this goes out, my birthday, 5 days. I'm not asked about Christmas no more.
So as soon as the day's over, you wake up Boxing Day. Are you like?
I think I've been very clear on that fact.
This tree needs to fuck off.
Yeah.
These songs are. I'm still blasting.
I feel like I've been very clear on this fact.
I know know, but I'm still in it, mate. So you got to think of other people. It's a 2-man podcast.
I don't care. No, what you should do is get on the hype train of Aaron's Christmas.
Not yet. Let me live in this. There's New Year first. Don't be selfish.
It's not matter that.
But Christmas, I know you don't want to dwell on it too much, but what did you get?
What did I get?
Was Santa good to you this year?
He was, mate. Yeah, he was a good boy. Yeah. He was a good boy.
Empty his sack all over you.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. It was fun, man. I got some stuff.
You're being very vague.
I just got loads of...
You're just seeing handcuffs and the fucking sex swing and all that stuff you don't want to talk about.
Yeah, can't talk about it. Yeah. No, I got all the typical adult stuff. I have a lot of shower gel.
Sick.
At no point will you ever, like, in the next 12 months think I smell bad. It's not possible. I've genuinely got 7 deodorants.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave some here, lad. I could do with some.
Yeah, you could. Yeah. Yeah, man. I got all the typical adult stuff. I got a car windscreen cover for when it's cold and that.
So it doesn't get icy.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's the world we live in now. It's gone is the Nintendo Switch.
But you're acting like it's like a sad thing.
Oh no, I was made
great.
up. Yeah.
You love
I was
it,
absolutely
though,
buzzing. Yeah. What would I want with a PS5, babe? Yeah, I got all the typical stuff. It's exciting. Probably you got probably the same stuff, I would imagine.
I don't think so. I didn't really. I got like a couple. I've gotten into whiskey recently. Basically, I was sat there on Christmas Eve with a glass of whiskey on the rocks, a little bit of ice, because I'm a distinguished gentleman. And our Jack just turned to me and went, "You really are leaning into being fucking old, aren't you?"
Yeah.
And I'm really into whiskey, so I got a nice couple bottles of whiskey. I got Rebecca bought us a little spa day next weekend, not next weekend, the weekend after. We're going back to the place where we had our honeymoon.
That's nice. The difference between your and my Christmas is a lot of my presents came from the spa.
Well, I got chocolates.
Mum just got me chocolate in my ear.
I got a few chocolates. And we went to York just before Christmas. That was my present to her. It was just before Christmas.
Yeah. It
wasn't like I didn't really get like the shower gels and stuff this year. In fact, I got none. Didn't get one, which I'm quite...
I'm sad about, yeah. So, I've wondered what that smell was.
Yeah.
But no, I was made up. I'm playing it down, but I was made up. I got loads of really cool stuff, man. I was excited.
How did the day play out for you?
Exactly how I envisioned it would.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you have the argument?
Yeah, but not with a dad, with a mum.
Oh, really?
Very different, yeah.
Can we talk about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, she's under the patio. That's what happened. Yeah.
There's still time, man.
It'll be a lonely Christmas next year. Yeah, no, we just board games, man. Board games. Her mum is not good at them.
Is she a cheater?
No, she just doesn't understand the concept of how they work.
Oh my god, lad, is she one of these people?
Rule breaker, man. Absolute rule breaker.
Is she one of these people who constantly interrupts the reading of the instructions to say they don't get it?
Yeah, and then
then shut the fuck up and listen. I don't get it. I just don't. What? Hold on. You do what? Sorry, I'm targeting one friend of mine very particularly right now. And if she watches this, I'm sorry, Jez.
No, you're not sorry.
I don't mean it.
No, you're not sorry. Fuck her.
But yeah, just listen next time the instructions are being explained, and you'll get how to play it.
Yeah, it was. We played a game called Quirky, and in her defence, it was fucking stupid. It was really stupid. Have you ever played it, Quirky?
No, never.
Beth got it from TK Maxx.
Okay.
And essentially, you have to give an answer to a question. But it's like up for debate. The answer.
Okay.
Like there's no wrong answers, and yeah, I mean, of course, it's an argument. It's waiting.
Debate's escalated.
I'd be like, one of the questions will be like, how many World Cups has Sudan hosted? And you, with full confidence, will say 4, and then I'll say challenge, and then I'll be able to. I'll challenge the fact that you don't actually know the answer to that, and then I have to prove you wrong. But it's all up for debate. There's no actual facts. It's just my word against yours, and then the other people will decide whether or not that I was right or you. So you just end up screaming at each other.
That does sound like a recipe for a fist fight.
She gave it me, and I was just like, well, this is going to be a miserable Christmas, isn't it? We're all in different rooms, fuming at each other. Like, what did you hope would happen with this? And she was like, yeah.
Bit of fun. Get out my house, Aaron, you twat.
I wanted a sexy game or something, mate. I wanted a little...
play with the family.
Yeah, sexy Twister. Naked Twister, that'd be fun with a dad. He's got a bad knee.
I don't think he'll give a fuck when it's wrapped around your head.
I guess that, though. What, the knee? Or?
The knee?
Yeah.
Underside of the knee. I don't want to discuss the image I've got in my head.
Okay, sound.
You wanted a sexy game?
Yeah, I wanted a sexy game. You ever played any, like, sexy games?
I'm packing a couple. Recently.
You're packing sexy games?
Yeah, I went on during the wedding, we had, like, the wedding book out. And 2 different people, like on recommendations.
Did you get married? You should have said.
Check the bling.
The bling?
I'm a committed man. Women try and take me from my wife, see what happens.
You'll probably be quite successful. He's very usually slayed. just get a donut and just woo, woo.
On a fishing rod over my head.
Yeah. Oh, piece of candy. Oh, piece of candy. Oh, piece of candy.
James Woods me.
Yeah, it's a very niche reference.
Nah, people will get it. Yeah, I've got a couple games. So like the wedding book, there was like Rebecca had made these things, which was kind of like your message, a date suggestion, you know, things like that. And 2 different people suggested a game called Monogamy.
I've had that game. Yeah. I had that.
It's literally like a board game with 2 pieces.
Delays the fun stuff. That's all it does.
You're so right. You know, I thought it would be dead, like exciting and fun, and it is, because it is foreplay. It does get you like feeling spicy and wanting to do something. It starts off that because you go around the board. There's like 3 different like goes. There's like intimate, passionate, and then steamy. You know, where it's supposed to get like super sexy. The intimate bit's cool because you're just learning more about each other. You're just having a little chat and stuff. And then
what, about your wife?
Yeah. Well, you know,
you ever had a conversation with her?
Yeah, but there's still. It's just nice, and sometimes you're reflecting on memories and that. It just helps feel a bit close. And then the passionate stuff comes, and you start feeling a bit frisky. But then by that point, you're like, I want to sack this game off. I'm ready. And it's not just me being a man. She's the same, but you're like, oh well,
she's a man.
No, you're just like, let's fuck this game off. But then you get to the last round, yeah, and it's like you're winning rewards or whatever that says how you're going to have your sex at the end of it all. Go on, have your sex, you've won. But there's different, like, one of them was like, we got it, we looked at it, and it was like, go outside, get a hose pipe, spray it all over the garden till it's muddy, and then have hot, passionate love in the mud. I'm like, I'm not fucking doing that.
It's very scouse.
It's December. I'm not fucking doing that.
Oh, if it was June, I'd be all over it. But yeah, in a mum and dad's garden.
Don't even have any grass. We got a yard, yeah. A mum and dad's yard covered in dog shit and piss.
Rolling over the cement.
Oh, it's dead dirty this. I can't fucking do it. No. Just go upstairs. Traditional. You on your back, me squashing you on top. Let's just do that.
Ah.
But it's still fun. It was good the first time. We played it a couple of times. I've got another game, bought another game when I went to York called Bedroom Battle. Only played it the once, but that was pretty fun. Bedroom Battle. It's a card game.
She dressed up like a gladiator.
Yeah, we knocked the shit out of it.
What would your gladiator name be? That's the fun one. They always had like the most ridiculous name. Oh, I'm Ginger, so my name's Fire. Right, top one.
Mine would be Swole.
Slim thick.
With 2 C's.
Yeah.
Juicy ass. Like, I just have it riding up there. My final moves to twerk at the gladiators. Our final moves. I'm getting mixed up with wrestling.
Yeah, no, I don't think they do. I think they just wait until they win, don't they?
Anyway, Bedroom Battle. It's like I'm not even going to try and explain it because it's rock hard to explain. Just Google it. There's a fucking YouTube video. But it's essentially a card game, and you fight. You're trying to beat each other.
I love the implication that you had to watch the YouTube video prior. Like, the only way you'd know is because you've watched it. Yeah. Hey, babe, don't, wait, I've not got the premium, but wait till I skip the ad and then... things are going to get sexy.
Yeah. That's it, though. It's not sexy going in. But they do make things sexy. Like, it sounds like proper old Ed bullshit. And it's not as if things need spicing up. No, it's just sometimes...
No, why would they?
No, it's not, though. It's literally just like... Oh, well, I'm bored tonight. Let's play this and see what happens. And then, you know what's going to happen eventually. And it's the fun. But check out Bedroom Battle. It's worth a play. That's quite fun. You actually get, like, it's strategic. And you get, like, you want to fuck each other over so you can win the prize. And be like, I want you to go make me some toast naked.
It's a nosh.
Well, I mean,
go make me some toast. Of all the things you could ask for.
Well, that's one of the prizes.
And you want a bit of bread.
Builds up. I like the carbs. It builds up in steaminess. So like the starters are stuff like that. You know, like you could choose as your prize on the reward card. You could be like, it says get your partner to strip naked and complete a household task of your choosing. So that was perfectly
at mum and dad's
board. Well, we weren't playing it at mum and dad's. We were playing it in York.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
So at the hotel. Yeah. Household task, what clean up for the mates?
No, she actually won that one, and she was like, go downstairs and get me some milk for me, cup of tea, bollico. And I was like, that's not happening. I had a
go and commit a sex crime. Top one, nice one, Beck.
Well, some of them are. They're like, go outside. No matter how undressed you are, Put some clothes on, go outside, and then get your partner to expose themselves while you take a picture. And I'm like, one, am I not getting me knob out in the cobbles of York? But two, I'm not having photographic evidence of that. Are you fucking messing? I've got a podcast, I've got a platform. I'm not having you get annoyed with me and post it on Twitter.
Yeah, it's heavy, that, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a good game. No, it is. It's a good game. We're not sponsored.
Is that all there is to it? Just to say, they start off and...
It's honestly...
You have to... Because, like...
I would not do it just
You said you wouldn't do it. So, like... Okay, you've got to go downstairs, Bollico, and you've gone down. He's like, okay, the game over.
So there's 3 options on each card, and one of them is good. At least one. Sometimes 3, sometimes 2. And you can only bail twice a game. So you get to a point where you're making an open-ended agreement that you'll do whatever the card says. So that's kind of like why it gets strategic, because you might like the look of that reward, and you might be like, yeah, I'm going to fucking bum you now. You're playing along with this stuff. And you can't say no because we've signed an agreement.
Yeah. That's always how you want to have sex with someone. You said I could do this. You signed on the right. I've got the receipts to prove it.
It's a battle at the end of the day.
Fucking hell. Your relationship is like solely reliant on this fucking agreement that you have. This fucking contract.
The Magna Carta. You've signed a contract.
Should we have sex tonight? T&Cs apply.
It's called a wedding certificate, lad.
Right.
That's a dangerous route to go down.
Yeah, it is.
I did not mean that.
Yeah.
So New Year.
New studio. It's exciting.
My Christmas, didn't talk about my Christmas day. I had the boss time. The whole day was great. Literally started at Rebecca's mum and dad's, because that's where we live. It's not like I fucking talk about it all the time. Went to mine, like cooked the dinner, had a great time with my mum and our Jack. And then went back to Beck's nan's, where she had like loads of family around, and we all played games and had a good time. Really good. Still managed to have the Christmas argument at the end of the night.
Class.
And it was all my fault. I drank too much.
Man's been on the whiskey. Shit got violent.
Rebecca's driving now. So, like, that was the thing. She's designated driver. That's why it was our first Christmas together in a couple of years.
Don't think she will
go
be
see
next
everyone.
Year.
No, she was the designated driver, and she drove us back from her nan's. And I've just learned. I've never really been in the car with someone who's like less experienced than me as a driver, do you know what I mean? And I've become that backseat driver cunt.
Yeah.
Where I think I know everything, because I do. Arguably, I do know everything. And she's new at it. So I feel...
So arguably learn everything sooner than you did, and is less likely to have forgot.
Confirmed. But you learn how to pass a test. You don't learn how to drive until afterwards. Then you learn how to drive. Be a cunt, stay in the right lane, obnoxiousness gets you where you need to be. You learn these little techniques about driving. Be a cunt on the road. You've got to, especially if you're living in a city. Do you know what I mean? The nice guys finish last.
I've genuinely never seen a slower driver than you. And you're giving it big guns, like nice guys finish last.
I drive at a safe speed. I'm not. I haven't got a need for speed. I'm not a speed demon. I do 3 over, 5 over on the motorway. Shoot me. Do you know what I mean? I'm not.
You're
not Vin
lewd.
Diesel. I'm not Vin Diesel.
Scary man.
I am, however, very rude. You know, like when you get a merging lane, I will ride it all the way to the top just to cut in at the front.
Yeah, I mean that's what you're supposed to do.
I know it's a dick move, but then when you don't do it,
it's not a dick move. It's not a dick move. It's not a dick move at all. It is not a dick move at all. What has happened there is they've not understood the rules of the road. You've got 2 lanes, both of them turning left, and they've all fucking decided to queue in the left lane.
I mean, like a traffic one. Do you know where it's like a lane's been cut short and it's telling you to move over?
No, even then, it's fine. That's literally the rules of the road, because you cut the traffic in half. It doesn't, when it says like, oh, lanes merging into one, 2 lanes merging into one in 3 miles. Don't start fucking moving over now. You've got 3 miles of road. All you've done is back up that traffic, and that lane's now full. They're fucking idiots. It drives me insane. And then I'll be the one that fucking goes down the, that only cuts in at the sort of the last second, and I've missed all this traffic, and they're fuming at me. It's like, no, you could have done this as well. Yeah. And we would have, none of us would have been sat in any traffic at all. So you're fucking idiots.
Watching you defend my actions is confirming to me that we're the dicks. I want it.
It's genuinely not. We're genuinely not. I saw a TikTok. I saw a TikTok. Sorry. There's a man on TikTok, and he gets really angry about these people, and now he's changed my views. But he actually is right. They're fucking morons. Like, he showed a clip the other day, and it was 2 lanes, both turning, either going straight on or left. Sorry, left lane was going left, and then the right lane was going straight on or left. And then once you do the turn, it merges into one lane. but they're all sat queuing in the left-hand lane. It's like both of these are going left. You're fucking morons. But when I say queuing for miles.
Yeah.
It's like, you're fucking idiots.
Yeah.
You're absolute idiots. And then everyone's in the comments like, oh, they might not know the rules of the road. It's 5 p.m. in that town.
Yeah.
Fucking 2,000 tourists don't just descend on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Fucking idiots. It makes me mad. And there'll be people listening to this that don't agree, and you think you're right, but you're not.
But it's...
Ironically, they're sat in rush hour realising that it was their ways.
You're arguing, all right, that's not dickish, but I'm still saying, just in general, being obnoxious or just not really being courteous does pay off when you've got somewhere to be on the road, doesn't it? You've got to be half a selfish dickhead. You can't be holding the door open for an old lady. No. It's not like that. You're not going to... Unless, the only way I'll let someone in is if it doesn't affect my position. So I'm at a red light, I'm not going anywhere, yeah, go in. Or there's a red light coming up, yeah, get in. I'll still get through it either way. But if it's just changed and me letting you in might jeopardise me getting through at this point, I'm going to drive past you like that because you're a fucking idiot.
You're ad. Yeah,
Come at me.
Whether or not I let you in solely depends on your age and how much of a bellend you look. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're a 17-year-old lad and he's fucking... You can't see him because his seat's so far back that he's in the gap between the two windows. And then you're not getting in, like... You stay where you are, mate. Yeah, it's literally that's what they're like. They're like, it's literally what they're like, though. And I'm just like, no, you're not getting in. And then on the flip side, if you're a 50-year-old woman who is doing her makeup in the rear view while she's trying to cut into... No, you're not getting in.
Can't what else I hate on the road? Beeping. Like, I get it if it's if it's in the moment. So say if you, like, cut me up on the motorway...
What does this have to do with your Christmas, by the way?
All right, we'll carry on what we're talking about, and I'll just quickly say, Rebecca drove from her nan's to ours, and I was a dickhead telling her what to do and telling her what she was doing wrong, when really she wasn't doing much wrong. I was just drunk and being an arsehole, and I ended Christmas Day on an argument. Then went to go see Avatar 2. Visually spectacular. I'd shag one of them avatars, mate. Would you shag an avatar?
I don't really know what they look like. I've never seen it.
It freaks me out how much I'd shag one.
Have you spat on the mic? On the new mics?
Yeah, just proper little glob on the top.
You're disgusting.
On the top. My mic now.
Oh, no.
I can suck this mic's dick if I want to. It's my mic. I'd shag a blue thing from Avatar. They are fit. They've got weird elongated bodies. They've got tails, but they're just spry, mate. They're agile. I'm keen on it.
You're literally describing me.
I googled Avatar porn afterwards. I was like,
you googled Avatar porn, brilliant.
So just to see if it existed, and I showed Rebecca, and lad, it was the laziest porn ever. One was just this large woman, just painted blue on the upper half with her legs in the air, and her tits were still pink. It was like, how's that Avatar porn? Fucking get some production value. You know, we can build a studio. You can build a studio. Anyway, driving.
Me.
Yeah, I am. Me wife made the sign.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, good job. Hey, by the way, that sign is sick. She smashed the sign. I need to give her full credit because I told her I would. This is my payment for the sign. And she made that with her bare hands and a jigsaw.
And that's more credit than he's given me for any of this. For any of the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, she nailed it. It's the centerpiece.
It's drove me insane how difficult this all has been. I know it looks like 2 desks in my old bedroom, but it's not. There's so much more. It is so much more than you think. Oh my fucking God. It's drove me so, like... nothing's been simple, mate.
I know, nothing ever is.
At one point, I genuinely thought that the only option was to not be alive anymore.
Yeah,
That's my New Year's resolution. I'm killing myself 2023.
Please don't do that. I'm kind of connected to you with this whole thing. It's not.
You'll get someone else in here.
In your bedroom.
We've got to stop calling it a bedroom. We've got to keep up the illusion. You know what I mean?
Let's cut that.
Yeah, you'll get somebody else in here.
Who?
I don't know. People.
There's no one else I hate enough. That's what this relationship is. It's like hate love. It's like abuse, but you still care, but it's abuse. You're the only person I really have that with. Most people I just genuinely like. You I like, hate and like. And it works.
Right. It's like a giant hug. It's really nice.
What was I saying?
I quote that all the time from friends. Anytime someone insults it, I'm like, wow, it's like a giant hug. Yeah, we were with Have a Word, but we found out some things about them that we don't like. I didn't know this until very recently, but yeah.
Thin finger to go to Tamashansa Farm.
That's it, man. Absolutely. Can't. I mean, we will have him on as a guest to get him to explain his ways. You know, we just give him a platform. You know what I mean?
No, we just wanted to do our own thing, didn't we? We've always wanted to do our own thing.
Yeah, so the original plan, it was going to be when I moved house and moved in with Beth, we had a spare room, and that was the original plan. We were going to do it in there, and we have done it in there. It's a sex joke. It's a sex joke. Fun facts later on. Ishan's going to sit in the chair we've done it on.
I've tried to have sex on a chair like this. The wheels aren't good. No, it's not good. No, I mean like, oh, okay. So you're sat in the chair?
Yeah.
No, I was like,
yeah.
I was like I'm Rebecca in this situation. I'm Rebecca in this situation. But like the wheels were just like, rolling forward, so I gave up dead quick.
Thanks for that. That's over the light and nobody heard what you said.
The wheels rolled. I wasn't the one on my knees, and the wheels rolled forward, so I gave up.
Brilliant. That's going to be the photo, by the way. Yeah, so the original plan was we were going to do it in my spare room at home, and we got so far with it. We recorded pilot episodes. You will have never seen any of these because we never got that far.
You'll have seen pilots. We did a couple clips early days on Instagram.
Yeah,
that was
did.
Filmed
yeah,
there,
but I mean, none of them fucking did well. So yeah, you won't really have seen anything from those because very quickly we decided that the room just wasn't big enough because it really wasn't. Like it was. We could get this desk in, just this one here. Wasn't going to work, so we'd sort of Have a Word kind of threw us a bone, and we rented their studio for a little bit. And then, yeah, this has become an option. And, yeah, we're sort of doing our own thing. And we hope it goes right, because it's cost a lot of money. We hope it does well. And, yeah, it's weird for a podcast that's not yet make any money to go and get their own studio, but here we are.
We're making loads of money. Shut up. Created the illusion.
But yeah, obviously the setup looks very different to what we're used to, and obviously with Have a Word, we didn't really have the luxury of designing it in the way we wanted to, so we had loads of ridiculous fucking things on the table, just so we looked a little bit different. So obviously this is a complete overhaul. We don't look anything like we did there, but we hope you like it anyway.
Yeah, no, I made up with how it's turned out, and it's only going to get better. You know, this is the first one in the new studio. So if you do notice any issues with sound and that, keep it to yourself. Don't be pricks.
No, genuinely let us know. Just give us a comment online or something and tell us something that we should change. Yeah. Mentioned before, New Year's resolutions. Have you got any? I did mention it before, didn't I?
You did.
Did I mention it? I don't remember. Have you got any New Year's resolutions?
You off.
You kept cutting me off. Well, that's the fucking surprise.
Yeah, I have this year, but I never usually do. I don't see the point in them.
Perfect, aren't you?
I know what's to improve. Yeah. But it's just why New Year? It's just arbitrary, isn't it?
Yeah.
New Year, new me. Fuck off. Change yourself now. Look at yourself and make a change. If you want to make the world a better place, just look at yourself and make a change. A big nonce once said that.
Yeah.
It's still wise words.
Yeah, another big nonce has just said it. I'm not one for New Year's resolutions, really. I just set loads of goals, like stand-up related goals and stuff. Yeah. Big one this year, stat bitches, fuck money. Yeah, you want to do that?
All you want to do, innit?
Yeah, got to do that. I'm not one for them. I don't really bother with them generally.
I have this year though. Get swole.
Get scroll.
Get scrolls.
Get scrolls. Yeah, get swole. That's you.
They're aside from Papa John's, them. Fucking bread scrolls, lad.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You're going to get fit in the...
No, I'm not asked about being fit. I want muscle. I want muscle in
a hoodie that's not been washed for a month.
Hey, this has been washed. It's just got stains.
Right.
Yeah, I just want to get a bit... Like, I tried to a couple weeks back or months back, whatever. I did me back in, don't know if you heard. And I'm feeling a bit better now, so I do want to get back into it. But it's just hard when you've got so much cheese in the fridge. Like, it's Christmas, it's cheese and crackers season, so there's just loads of cheese. And that's just not conducive to fitness, so...
I was really sad on Christmas Day, actually. Her dad made the meal at 6:30. That's weird, that, isn't it?
That's when it was served, 6:30 at night. Everyone's
weird,
fucking
that,
different, man, but that is...
Someone put a poll on Twitter, what time do you eat your dinner, your Christmas dinner, and none of the times we ate at was an option.
Really,
So you know it's bad. Because it was like 2, 3, 4, 5, and that was it. And I was like, we're having ours at 7.
Yeah, that's really late, that.
I was sat there nearly dead.
Starving.
They were like, oh, you've had loads of chocolates. Like, yeah, because I'm trying not to die. Yeah. What are you talking about?
Were you eating like one Ferrero Rocher per hour?
No, we didn't even have Ferrero Rochers. Big sad about that.
Yeah,
big sad. Proper Tory chocolate, but I like them at Christmas. Don't label of Tory. That's the mantra.
It's the first time I've been bought loads Ferrero Rochers. Usually it's a gift for other people, and I'll steal theirs.
Yeah.
I'm packing Rochers, mate. Already made my way through one tub. They're the best chocolate.
Yeah, solid.
No, I will fight you. It's the best chocolate. They're not just solid. They're the best. It's everything you want in a chocolate.
Right, but that means there's too much going on though.
Mate, you've got crunch, you've got liquid gold inside it, you've got those little bitty nuts that aren't too offensive, but they just give the right level of flavour and texture. You've got milk chocolate, mate. Oh my God, get me one. Get me one right now.
It's just occurred to me that we spent $4,000 and 6 weeks of our lives to argue about Ferrero Rochers.
It's not even an argument.
What are we on about? The podcast is done. Thanks for watching.
But we're not going to solve any of the world's problems.
We can still send some of this stuff back. It's not too late.
Ukraine are winning the war in Russia. No one's talking about it. Yeah,
the war in Russia.
Winning. Yeah, the war on Putin.
Right.
This is why we talk about Ferrero Rochers, lad, because I feel like I have a valid opinion about them.
Yeah.
I don't give a fucking...
understand.
Yeah.
Talk about what you know.
World politics, not for me. New Year's resolutions, travel more. I'm going to travel more this year.
Right, where?
Never Skegness is on the list. No, genuinely.
Got an open 10 there, Spiky Mike.
No, I just want to travel more. I've got like a couple holidays booked this year for the first time ever. We literally booked one spontaneously on Boxing Day.
Oh, sick. Where are you going?
Yeah, Rebecca sent me on Instagram like this spa in Milan that looked amazing, and it was like €50 entry or something.
Like an Italian Tuffy, right?
Unbelievable. So I just out of curiosity was like, let's see if they do flights from Liverpool, how much they are. And just a weekend in February, it was like 70 quid total return for both of us, but just with a flight bag, no like proper carry on. But we're just going Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
So, you use a couple of fucking thongs, don't you, for her, and that's it, fucking bish bash bosh.
And for me in the spa, lad. I want to make sure I'm going to get a fake tan while I'm there. No, it's cold in Milan in February, but the hotels as well, they were all dead expensive. You're talking like £400 or £500, but I just found one that was like 250,
so
which
just
is...
go for a day, mate. Do it the proper way. Do it the poor people way.
You've inspired me, genuinely, you have. Like,
I don't think we ever talked. Did we ever talk about that? I
don't know if we talked about it.
I went to Menorca for the day.
Like
that's how broke trip. We are.
No, but I think that's
how hard it is to convince your girlfriend that a holiday for 18 hours is enough, but $3,000 on a podcast studio or however much it's actually cost is a valuable, that is a viable decision. She's like, why haven't we gone to the Maldives? It's like, because I need to put a picture of Hasbullah in the corner. I need to put a little cardboard cut out, and he's near a plant that costs £60, by the way. Do you know how much plants are? Do you know how much plants cost? £60 for that piece of shit. Oh, did it come with a little what are they called? Flower pot? No, it didn't. It didn't come with a flower pot, because that makes too much fucking sense, doesn't it? You got to buy one of them, and then you put the plant in that.
He's alive. Treat him with respect.
It's a prick.
Don't listen.
I genuinely, I got that in being cute, and then I drove it to this place, right? In the back of my car. Did it fit in the back of the car? Not really. Did you have to light it flat? Yes, I did. Do you know what happened? All of the contents of the plant came out in my boot. I might slide the photo in that I sent you, that little video that I sent you of just a fucking plant just in my car.
Literally everything that could go wrong with putting something like this together.
See the tablecloth?
Has gone wrong.
Nice, isn't it? Do you know how long that took to put up? Do you know how long it took to put up? It's still not up. I'm not confident it's up. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got no faith that it's actually up. Like, I don't believe, like, it's fell down so many times. Do you know the wires? Do you know the wires? A mess. Do you know what it's for? To cover those wires. And it's not fucking working. It's not worked. I thought I'd use Velcro. Velcro will be sound, self-adhesive Velcro. It's not very adhesive. I'm all right.
So, you went on holiday?
I went on holiday, yeah. I went on holiday.
You called the plants a prick?
It's been a long month.
You called the plants a prick? He's done nothing. got issue with?
Well, you've got loads in common with it, haven't you? If it's done nothing, you've got loads in common, haven't you?
Hey, I'm sure it's
You lazy fat cunt. I'm sick of you. We nearly split up, me and him.
But yeah, you went to Menorca for the day.
Went to Mallorca.
Was it Menorca?
Mallorca. They're all different, aren't they?
I think it was Menorca. You went there, and or was it Mallorca?
I think it was Mallorca.
That's
Doesn't
also
matter.
Mallorca.
Is
It's the
it?
same thing.
I don't know. Well, I went for a day, and genuinely, like, no, not taking the piss. It was just something we couldn't. Beth booked a week off work in October, and we just couldn't. I feel like I've spoke about it. Have I not?
Not on the podcast, never.
Have I not?
don't think so. And if you have, it might have just been in passing.
Yeah. Well, she booked a week off, and we couldn't afford to go anywhere for a week, and then we sort of had this idea that we'd just see what the flights were, and the flights were like fucking £30 for like same day return. So we went, and it cost us like £100 between us. And we just fucking spent the whole day on the beach. You can't convince me that that's not genius.
It is.
Like, it was amazing. I had two options. I can go and do the I'm a Celebrity Jungle Challenge again at the Trafford Centre or wherever it is, at the fucking in Salford. Or I can see my girlfriend in a thong bikini on a beach in Mallorca for a day.
What would you do? No brainer. Trafford Centre.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it was a very, very easy decision. It's something I will do again. That's sort of our plan. We want to do that quite a lot this year, 3 or 4 times this year, because it was sick. Like, we didn't do anything. We didn't see Mallorca or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just went
just
to
getting
the
away,
beach,
innit? You go for a day trip. Like,
it's 2 hours away. We were there
so
before
was
like
York.
10 a.m. and then we came back at 9:30 at night. It was sick.
Exactly. I like train to York, mate. 2 hours.
I mean, that's not the same.
No,
it's not the same.
No, exactly.
It's not the same. Mine was better.
Exactly.
No, mine
but
was
that's
better.
the point I'm trying to make.
No, but mine was better.
I'm backing you up, you dickhead.
But mine was better.
But yeah, people think, it's load of faff and that. It's really not. If you just go in there for the day, you're barely taking anything. You don't have to go to the airport hours earlier.
Yeah, we got to the airport 40 minutes before and just walked on the plane.
Up, yeah. Dead easy.
Like, 'cause we had a rucksack.
You probably didn't even need that.
Well, no, I had to change it. I had swim shorts.
Oh, yeah, okay, of course you did then.
Silly goose.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're going for a day, you probably just need one between you.
I've been eyeing up,
if you're not swimming around.
We booked that, and on the same day, by the end of the day, I was eyeing up Dublin for the day, because it's like, £50 each for a return. You get there
Dublin's
like dead
so
early in the
expensive when
morning,
you're there,
but it's just one day. So when you're pricing up like a holiday or time away, it's the cost of like the hotel per night, it's the cost of your spends per day. But if it's just one day, you're just minimising it. It's not as if there's loads to do in Dublin, is there? Yeah. So I've just been like trying to. Do you know what else has got me juices flowing with the old travel bug? You in another way, because me and Rebecca on Boxing Day smashed through half of season 1 of Race Across the World.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a fucking
banger.
Yeah,
you're well late to the party, though.
Big into it, mate. I don't care.
It's sick, though,
I am big into it.
Do you know what Race Across the World is? They just they take about 8 couples. Is it 8? You've watched it more
6, I think.
6 couples. They just take them to like Uruguay, for instance, and then they'll give them £200, and they've got to get from Uruguay, not even £200, probably like £100. They've got to get from Uruguay to...
Well, the one I'm watching, it's like, because there's 2
the only
seasons.
One that's out. Oh, is
there's
it?
2.
Is
and
it?
I'm only watching season 1, but there's 2 series on it, yeah.
Is the Uruguay one?
No, they start in Greenwich in London, Greenwich in London.
Oh, okay.
They've got to get to Singapore, which is the furthest point in the UK by rail or road. And they're given...
Furthest point in the UK?
No, from the UK, sorry. They're given the cost of a flight to Singapore. That's their budget, so it's £1,300. But it's... I didn't
even know there was a first season. I'm going to smash that one in, yeah.
Oh, mate, it's been sick, yeah.
Maybe we like it did a recap at the end of at the start of the second season, so it gave away who won, and maybe that's what obviously I wouldn't remember now. Yeah, but yeah, they're given the cost of a flight to that wherever they're going, and they've got to travel there by fucking. But it's a race, so they're trying to be the first couple there, and it is honestly sick because you get a couple that's a little bit. Like they think they're solid, and then they put them in the middle of obviously, like you're saying, Singapore. They'll put them in the middle of a train station at 3 a.m. when they're starving and they've got no money at all, and they're trying to work out how to get out of that train station. And then the guy will go,
no phone, no
phones,
internet,
no phones, can't do anything like that. And then the guy will go, "Will you chill out?" And what follows is phenomenal view. It's so good.
It's such a good idea, and it's interesting because we are so dependent on that computer in our pocket. I wouldn't have a fucking clue where to start. But it's not just like it's because they've got that set budget. It's cool the way it's not just like we've got to get from A to B. It's like we've got to pay for accommodation. So do we take the overnight train? That's slower, but will get us there later than the quick one. But then if we get the quick one, we've got to pay for accommodation. The border closes at 5. We've got to get there now. Let's fork out for the taxi. Do that sort of stuff. Oh, it's dead. It's great, man. I'm loving it. Get on it. late to the party, like you said, but.
Yeah, it is sick. It is good. Should we do some features? Oh, we didn't even talk about New Year's resolutions. Have you got any?
No, I did. Travel more. That's how we got.
Oh, sick. Yeah, of course. I want to travel more. I do. And I've got loads regarding this. I want to do loads more with this. I want to get to a point where we're doing 2 episodes a week. Hopefully that's sooner rather than later. We'll see how we can, because obviously fucking we're just so fucking busy. Obviously you still work. I still work to an extent. And things are hectic. But I want to get to the point where we do 2 episodes of this. I'd love to do like specials and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I hope.
Did you take me to Mallorca for a day? And I wear it wrong.
I hope you don't. But yeah, man, loads of plans with this and stuff, and I hope we can do really well with it. Now we've got this as well. Like, obviously, Have a Word was great, and it was so fucking good. But obviously, there was a lot of like, not only did I have to be free, Liam had to be free, and then so did the lads that Have a Word, and it just made it a little bit tricky. And they were fucking great at being like, I think Steve helped us record Deliso's episode like midnight.
Yeah,
like they really went above and beyond. I've got nothing but fucking great things to say about them. But now that we've got this place, I hope that it helps us do more, put more stuff out, and I hope we do well with it. Anyway, Alex Cohen says, "All right, lads, got a story for you about how I helped break up my best friend's relationship with his girlfriend." Solid start. Appreciate you, Alex.
I don't know about that. He might be a cunt. Continue.
They'd been together about a year. He kept confiding in me that he suspected that she was cheating. It got to a point where the evidence was kind of overwhelming. Hiding the phone, always being out but refusing to mention where, and acting shifty, etc. I don't think he's a cunt. Spoiler alert, it sounds like it's going to go the way that we hope it does.
2 sides to every story. I'm on the fence still.
Such a cop shite.
They call me Switzerland, baby. I'm on the fence. I'm neutral Tuffy.
And that's where you kill your family.
2 sides of the argument, Tuffy.
I thought it can't hurt to really test her and find out the truth. We devised a plan. I got my cousin who hadn't met her to follow her on Instagram. We unfollowed him so there would be no mutual followers, and he messaged her and started flirting. Blagged that he goes to the same college and didn't have the courage to speak to such a pretty girl in person. Man's got the riz.
I'm uncomfortable already. It's entrapment. Continue.
Okay. She responded the way we expected. He said things like, "I see you have a boyfriend in your pictures. Will he be mad that we're talking?" To which she said, "What he doesn't know won't hurt him." He continued and suggested that they meet up soon. She agreed and a date was scheduled for later that night. She actually cancelled plans with her boyfriend and said she had coursework to do just to meet up with him. By this point, my pal is losing his mind. I told him to keep his cool and let it play out. My cousin went to meet her on the date and she showed up. She was flirty right off the bat. No, not for long, as shortly after we both walked in and my cousin spotted us and was like, "Oh, my friends have just turned up. How weird." She turned round to see us both stood there and immediately knew it was a setup. I wish I could have took a picture of the look on her face. I'd have it framed on my bedside table. She started screaming at all 3 of us because, of course, we were in the wrong. She said she had no intention of doing anything with him and said she only met up with him because my pal has pushed her away with his constant suspicion of her cheating. He said, "But you are cheating. Literally right now." And she said something about how this was different and blah, blah, blah. We told her to leave and then it was over and to go home. She did, and we stayed in the bar and got hammered all night, and he actually ended up pulling. My pal is doing great now and is with someone else, but man, what a story. It's one of the highlights of my life. Love the pod. Have a good one, Alex.
So when you said about framing the picture, that kind of looks like you got caught doing the same thing, doesn't it?
That's cute, though.
Yeah, man, I don't know how I feel because...
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh, it's entrapment. There'd be nothing to trap if she hasn't been cheating. What are you on about?
I know.
What are you on about? Okay, I messaged Beck later. She doesn't know I exist. We've never met before. I message her and, I'm flirting with her a little bit and she ends up coming to meet me later that day. And you get there and you see that I'm on a date with Beck, your wife. Are you going to be like... "Oh, Aaron, you shouldn't have done this. This is entrapment." Or you're going to be mad at Beck? What are you talking about?
I'll be mad at you because I'm loyal to my wife.
What?
I'm only joking. I'm just trying to talk myself out of the fucking hole. No, I get that. And I get how it ended and stuff. And I was saying it was entrapment just prior to that. Obviously, she reacted the wrong way. She was a cheating scumbag. She got caught. And,
I've seen stuff like this on like TikTok before now. Like, the people do, like, catching your boyfriend's cheating, and, like, they pay someone, like, 20 quid to go and message the boyfriend and see how he responds, essentially.
Did you ever see that show, Cheaters?
No.
It was pretty much like
is that just
kind of like a private detective agency, and they'd set up these scenarios, and the theme tune was like, "Cheating is a crime." It was like a proper cheesy American
show. So was that fucking intro. But yeah, man, she's a gobshite. I don't know how you say it's entrapment. No. Of course it's entrapment, but for the reasons that, it wouldn't be if it's like going, "Oh, we reckon this guy has been stealing from a shop for ages." So what we're going to do is we're going to like give him loads of the opportunity to cheat, give him the opportunity to steal loads of things, and then when he steals it, go, oh look, we've caught you. It's like, yeah, of course it's entrapment, but it's only because you've been stealing.
But
shout out B&Q.
The point I'm trying to make is, if you're that suspicious and you're in that situation anyway, just end it. Yeah, it was kind of fun. You got to have the stakeout, but you're also sort of like causing yourself more heartbreak as well, aren't you? Because in real time, you're witnessing it.
Sometimes it's hard to do that though. Like, I thought my ex was cheating on me, and I was right, but
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for laughing. No, it was just the way you worded it. You were like, I thought it, and I was right. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's a really weird position to be in, because objectively, I'm like, well, Aaron's right again, but also, oh my God, I loved you. No, we were like 16. But like they're obviously in college. He might be 17. He said he got hammered, so he's probably 18. But, it's hard to sort of make that decision. You want it without actual proof. It's hard to go, yeah, let's just fuck this off. I get it now, because if I thought the suspicions Beth was, like, I'm older now though. But like, I've been with exes, and I went through their phone, they went through my phone because I was convinced they were. And it's like, it's just not healthy at all. It's ridiculous. It's completely stupid. But I was 17, and it's just what happens.
I think that is quite a bad crime in a relationship, going through the other person's phone.
Of course, yeah.
Even if you're suspicious,
outrageous.
It's like the ultimate sort of breach of trust. And even if you're justified in breaking that trust,
I justified it in my head because she was doing it to me.
Okay.
It's just ridiculous. Yeah. But like, who did it first? I don't know. But it's one of those. If you think you've got a hunch on something and the phone's right there, you're just gonna. I just check. But now, like, I've got like if I ever had an inclination to go and look at Beth's phone, I'd just end it, because I'm like, at this point it's done. Because you can't, because all that happened when I was with my ex is, okay, I've not found anything, she's hid it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, it never, unless I saw that it was happening, I didn't get the answer I wanted. So I just convinced myself that, she must have hid it too well, and I'll have to look again at another date. Do you know, it's just ridiculous. It's over the second that he starts suspecting she's cheating. You're absolutely right. It's over. It's done.
Yeah. I have a friend who was in a similar situation, and I'm not going to name them, and it probably is half scummy me talking about it on here, because
do it.
No. So, like, he saw a notification come through off a guy's name saying something that could be construed as, like, I can't remember the exact word, and it wasn't overtly sexual, but it was enough to pique interest. Like, what? Why are they sending this? He knew who it was. It was a colleague of the girlfriend,
right?
And he read the messages, and the messages were essentially this guy saying he had feelings for her and stuff, and her kind of being like, I don't know whether she was like, I like you too, but no, or she was just kind of like, but no. And then he'd saw it, he'd done that, he confronted her about it, he was honest about what he'd done, he explained, like, I couldn't help the curiosity. I know that I broke your trust doing that, and I know that you were trying to do right by me or whatever, playing it down. I think that's what happened anyway. And she lost her absolute mind and ended up breaking up with him for what he did, for like going on the phone. But it kind of felt to me as an outsider looking at it, like she took what he'd done as an excuse to like
just
come out on top, be the good guy in the story. You know, like, I've been wronged now. I've not been playing like flirty behind the back. I'm the one who's done the wrong. It is mad, isn't it? The power plays that some relationships can get into, where it does become like point scoring. And I mean, I've had arguments and stuff myself where it's felt like point scoring. You've got to check yourself,
don't they? Like me and Beth have got a rule that if an argument will last more than like 12 hours, do you know what I mean? Like, I can't be in with the whole fucking like, I'm going to bed fuming at you and I'm going to sleep on this. Like, just fucking bin it off, man. I didn't like. What are we doing? What's the point in any of this? Like, obviously, maybe like we'll get to a point. We've only been together 3.5 years. Maybe we'll get to a point where an argument does become that intense. But like, we had an argument a couple of weeks ago, and I was fuming. I went upstairs to do some work on this, and she came up and was going to bed. So she came over and we just squashed it. Yeah, because like, it doesn't need to. I don't know. What do I know?
You're right. Like, I'm not trying to be like a fucking guru or nothing. I'm not fucking perfect in any way, shape, or form. But I think know that. Yeah, it's particularly shape. But I think that's why a lot of arguments, that's why a lot of relationships do break down, is because people don't have like conflict resolution. They just take things so personally and go, and only see their own perspective. And it's just about like fucking talking it out and seeing both sides. And then in some cases, like you said, just fucking squashing it. Yeah. If it's an argument about how you parked after Christmas when you've driven your partner home who's drunk, you've just got to let it slide. I, however, did not let it slide. I went to bed on that argument and I woke up in a mood and I was the dickhead. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going with that. Basically just
I'm sorry, Ben. I'm so sorry.
I am sorry. I was a douche.
I mean, you could just like tell him in person that you're sorry and not on a podcast, you weird incel. Anyway, shall we...
You got anything you want to get off your chest?
I feel like I've done it. I called a plant a prick. I feel like I can't then be like, I know something to moan about. Like,
speaking of fucking conflict resolution, say sorry to that plant now.
No, go fuck yourself. Yeah, no, I think I'm good, man. I've had a lot going on. I've actually been very stressed the last month, and it's been a lot. It's been a lot, and I'm glad Christmas gigs are over. I will say that to the men that came to Feel Goods last week. I genuinely. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I'm not going to say you were quite big. But anyway. Oh, such a shit house. Yeah. Don't like Christmas gigs. I had genuinely quite a good run through December. I had quite a lot of gigs and they were really nice, like surprisingly nice. Like you get there and they'd be like, oh, there's 10 works dues in. And you'd be like, for fuck's sake, no, but they're great. And you're like, oh, amazing. And then Feel Goods just sort of happened, and I won't go into everything that happened because it was just one of those. We were just talking, and then we asked them to stop, and it just escalated and escalated and escalated for no fucking reason. But it was as if all of those good December gigs just came back as one major final boss of December gigs. It was fucking horrific.
The final level before the reward of Christmas.
Yeah. And we're doing Feel Goods again tonight. We sold like 80 tickets and Ishan's closing it. And if it's anything like last time, I'm going to kill myself on stage.
Please stop
but I won't be the first act to die on that stage, so that's good. Yeah, it was a lot. It's been a tough December. But genuinely, we hope you like new studio. Hope you really like it. I hope it satisfies you.
And if it doesn't, just keep it to yourself.
You really... Notice how it's all been him that's been saying, oh, don't tell us any of the bad things, because he's just worried of what I might do.
Exactly, I can take it!
No, genuinely, if it's not quite right, like audio issues and stuff, there will be some teething problems. Just let us know in the comments and stuff, and we will get it figured out. We do have sort of some areas that we can adjust things, and yeah, we really hope that you like it. And we hope this next year is great. And thanks for sticking with us for as long as you have. And yeah.
Happy New Year, everybody.
So weird. You genuinely would be the absolute worst TV game show host ever.
Happy New Year, everyone. Brought to you by Spread Negativity Podcast in our new studio. This water tastes so good out of this mug. You can taste the negativity.
That's because my mum's not cleaned the tap. That's the mould in the tap.